So there's a lot of turmoil going on right now in the country, in the world, in the global, right? But especially in the United States, there's a lot of turmoil. There's a lot of social unrest. There's a lot of angry people. There's a lot of conspiracies. And what I want to ask today is it worth it? Because think about it. Think about how exhausting and draining it is to feel angry, to fight all the time, to try to prove your point, to try to prove that you're right, and for what reason? Well, you could say self-satisfaction maybe, right? Because we're human and it makes us feel good and it gives us that little bit of a high to know that we're right. But think about it. How much energy are you expending towards other people, projecting out judgment towards other people, getting nothing accomplished? Because right now there's a very dominant, masculine, controlling energy right now, very yang type of energy. And it's trying to control your thoughts, your beliefs. It's trying to make you feel weak and vulnerable. So what do? You fight back. But understand that, all the stuff on the outside is affecting how you're thinking on the inside. But if you control how you're feeling and how you're thinking on the inside, then the stuff on the outside isn't going to affect you quite as much. It's still going to affect you to a certain degree because we live on this planet and we're human. A lot of us try to be superhuman. We try to be something that we're not. And, we have abilities that we don't tap into, okay? We all have psychic abilities. Some people are gifted with knowing this as they're born or younger in life, but we don't train ourselves. It's like a muscle, right? You have to train yourself to be intuitive and stuff like that. But a lot of times we don't do that. That's not what I'm talking about when I say superhuman, because it's still part of being human, right? It's just our expanded abilities. What I mean is that superhuman, we're trying to pretty much, it's like we're trying to bend steel. And unless we're Superman, steel's not going to bend for us. At least not with our bare hands. It's not going to bend. So that's kind of what we try to do. So we try to, project our opinion on other people when we know, we intuitively know, we instinctually know that we're not going to change that other person's beliefs. Because it's bending steel. You can't persuade, you can persuade, but you can't force somebody to make a decision that they don't want to make themselves. So a lot of people will claim that they cured a disease or they cured a person or they, got this person to think and act a certain way, but essentially it's that person who's making the decision for themselves. So you could influence somebody, you could give them information, but oftentimes it comes out as anger and hatred. And these low emotional states that make somebody just want to fight back. They don't want to accept your anger and your hatred, right? They're not going to say, oh, I'm going to change because you don't like me or you're angry at me or you're projecting all this. It's like spitting on somebody, right? Oh, I love it. I love it. Right? I love that you're shouting at me. I love that you're spitting saliva at me. No. What do people want? People want compassion. People want empathy. People want love. People want to know that they are understood and respected. They don't want hatred. They don't want anger. See, we have an anger management issue right now in the world, in this country. An anger management issue. People don't know how to tame their anger. They don't know how to control it. They just spew out what they need to spew out because it makes their ego happy. But that's not who we are. It's not who we are. So what I want to say is be a super spreader, not of coronavirus, but be a super spreader of light in this world. And I know it can sound corny, but it's true, because we have super spreaders of not only disease, super spreaders of viruses, but we have super spreaders of hate and separation going on right now. Super spreaders of just negative spewing. And how is that going to get something accomplished? Because it's depleting our energy stores. It's draining us. And it's actually making us more vulnerable to the things that we're trying to make go away. that we're trying to dissipate. It's going to make us more vulnerable to disease. It's going to make us more vulnerable to mental illness. It's going to make us more vulnerable to our energetic state just being completely wiped out. And for what good? For what good? Right? So, that is my 2 cents for today. I just want everybody to know that there's a lot going on right now. There's a lot of this dominant energy, but you don't have to feed into it. I'm not saying don't fight for what you believe in, but there's different ways of going about it. And the way of hatred and anger and fighting back with somebody, trying to bend steel when steel won't bend, is not the way. It's not the way. So with that being said, have a great day, everyone. If you feel inclined, please subscribe. I put out videos every single week. Give me a thumbs up, leave some comments. I appreciate you all, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.